Hey, what's going on? Truck2323 here again. I'm gonna do a quick little review on a hot water boiler. Not a review, but you know, I'm a homeowner. I had my home it's built in 1910, and I venture to say it's the same hot water heater that was here in the beginning. And through the 25 years of living in here, our boiler gave us little troubles here and there. So I kind of want to make a video for somebody that is new to home ownership and has a very old boiler. Maybe this might relate, maybe it might give you some insight. Now, I'm not a heating and air conditioning expert or anything like that. This is just stuff that, you know, I kind of found out on my own and was able to fix on my own. All right, follow me along. Bye. Okay, let me get some light in here. Now, this is in a little room in my basement. Actually, it's buried underneath everything, probably, which it shouldn't be. But this is my boiler right here. Is this big red thing connected to all these pipes. Okay, I'm gonna open it up so you can see the inside of what it looks like. There's actually the fuel valve, not the fuel valve, the gas valve I've actually had replaced already, but not with the gas valve I would like. So this is something similar to what yours may look like. There's the gas valve down there, and there's where the fire goes into the it's a Gordon, whatever that is, where the fire goes into. And then here's the gas valve right here. And then if you go up, this is very important that you see that is the pressure. The top one, the black one around, is the hot water temperature, and the little black one around there is the pressure inside your boiler. Okay, right now my water is about 141 degrees and there's about 26 pounds of pressure in here, and it hasn't been giving me any problems. Well, this one wasn't giving me any problems. I'm gonna show you what gave me problems this past time. Like I said, I've already replaced that valve. That's a newer valve. There was an older one on there. I didn't do that one myself. Looking at the wiring, I probably could have and everything, but that was back when I first got the house, and it was $300 they charged me to put that valve on there with the valve. Okay, now I'm going to the electrical part of it here. Follow me up. Oh, let me show you over there. I'll go around to the other side right there. Those red valves, that the first one on the right is the water valve. You can actually put a kind of a dime in the stem at the top, and you could put more water. That's how you fill up the tank with water. You could screw it all the way down and it'll open up the valve and allow water to come in here, or else you could screw it back almost all the way to the closing and it'll just trickle water into where it's need be. And the one on the left is actually a pressure relief valve. With the pressure relief valve, my system right here doesn't have an expansion tank. Some systems have an expansion tank all the way in the attic, where if there's too much pressure, all the water will go up to the expansion tank. Well, this one doesn't have any. This one has that little valve on the top. I'll get closer and take a picture of it. All the way to the back. There's no cover on it right there. Let me go in there. That right there is an Aqua stat. Let me see if I get closer in there. That right there is an Aqua stat, and what that's doing is keeping temperature of the pipe. It's on the pipe over there. Let me go closer over there. That's kind of the side view of it right there. That is the Aqua stat right there. It doesn't have the cover on it. I took the cover off because it actually wasn't working for a while. I thought I had to buy a new one. They're like $150, $180, and then you see it's screwed, it's clamped onto the pipe is what it is. And what the Aqua stat does for your boiler is it keeps the temperature of the pipe right by the boiler. Like your pipe right here. Oh, too far close. Like your pipe right here, your hot water pipe, it keeps the temperature of your hot water pipe. And if it gets too hot, what it does is it shuts the system off. Therefore, it don't cause a explosion, because these actually, if they're too much pressure, they can explode. There was a time before where me and my wife were sleeping, and we had the kids in the house. Sorry, I had to take my hood off there. We had the kids in the house, and then it was like bam, 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 like, man, like somebody was just hitting the side of the house with a wrecking ball. Well, that was this thing right here. The valve didn't shut off. None of the fail-safe shut off, and it just was so much pressure. It was banging so hard, every radio in here with pressure. So I ran the wife and the kids to the car, and I came back in and I let the water run. Relief valve. Now here's another valve right here at the bottom of the tank. This is the other side. I'm on the other side of it right now. Let me see if I can get some light over here. There's a wall to my man cave. Actually, I put a curtain up to close this off where you can't see it. This is right inside of my bar. But on the other side, here's the Aquastat. I got a little closer view of that. There's the Aquastat right there. And the wires going into Aquastat, one goes to the thermostat. One wire goes directly to the thermostat. And then one wire goes to the transformer over there. But I'll show you the one that goes to the transformer. And so from the thermostat, it comes right into the Aquastat first. And then it goes over to the transformer. I thought that was pretty odd. But like I said, these Aquastats, they keep the temperature of the of your hot water pipes. Okay, now you follow them down. This is the back of the boiler. And in the back of the boiler, of course, there's the flue that goes up and through the chimney. That's the flue. Now here is one pipe right here that comes in. This radiator, if you follow it down where the Aquastat is, believe it or not, I wonder why they do have it there. That's the temperature of the water coming back in to the furnace. I would have actually put it on the out one, but this has been over 110 years old probably. So okay, now the one that's going out is the other one over there. Now if you follow that down, it's another part of the boiler here. That's your impeller, your water impeller. See if I can get a better light on it for you. The end of it, it goes down, and this is that right there is an impeller on, I think it's a 1/3 or 1/4 horsepower motor. If you can see in there, the impeller spinning, and there's a spring on it. Now that spring right in there breaks every now and then. Well, it breaks every maybe 2 or 3 years. So what you have to do is, the only thing holding this motor on, there's an electric cable here, but there's 4 nuts right here all around that, and that's the only thing holding that motor up. And that is a heavy motor, but that impeller right there is what's holding it up. If you open it up, it just looks like a fan in there really, but the fan moves the water. So this right here is the motor. And you know what, one thing that could be also, I don't know which way it's putting the water. Let me show you this right here also. This right here is a little valve where you could put oil. You put oil right down in there, you put it right there, you put it right there, and you put little drops of oil right there to keep it running pretty good. That's about 4 years old. I put that on myself. But I was going to tell you, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the one going down is the return, and it's pushing the water into the tank, and the tank is actually pushing up that way. So maybe I am wrong that way. But that's the motor right there. Like I said, I replaced it one time, and the wire goes up and goes all the way over to the transformer. So that's a little bit, I'm going to explain the troubleshooting I had to go to. I wanted to show you the back. I wanted to show you the back before I showed you the transformer. All right. Okay, here's where I had problems with recently, and that's what said that I'm going to do the video on this one right here. Okay, this is kind of the brains right here for this old antique boiler. This is a hot water boiler, not a hot steam boiler. It's not a steam boiler, it's a hot water boiler. Okay, from the electric box, we have this right here, and there's actually a fuse in there. So this is the on and off switch for the whole system. This will shut the whole system down. Okay, then that comes in and ties into this switch relay. This switch relay, you see, there's the originally one had 3. I started to drill it out to put the 3rd one on. Actually, I was just too lazy, so I never finished it. And then this is the actual transformer right here. This transformer comes from the when it goes from the thermostat. I told you it goes to the Aquastat. Then after the Aquastat, it comes up and goes into the switch relay. Okay, switch relay goes out into the transformer, and the transformer actually sends power to the gas valve, but also back to the switch relay. Because what happens with this is this turns the gas valve on and the motor on. This switch right here in the top corner opens and closes when the Aquastat says the water temperature is cold enough and it's sending power to the thermostat. That's what I found out. And how I found that out is I came home recently and the boiler sounded like it was on, and only the one radiator above the boiler was hot. All the rest were cold. So when I came down here, I says, well, if one is hot, that means the gas valve is working because it's heating up the water, but something's not spinning the water. I mean, the impeller's not spinning the water to circulate through the rest of the system. So I went to go check the motor, and the motor wasn't spinning. Now, don't go sticking your finger in that motor because that impeller will cut your finger off. Don't stick your finger in there. I went ahead and I checked. I came up here to the switch transformer, because this switch transformer right here turns on the water. That turns on the water pump. So that right there, I took a circuit tester, and with the circuit tester I put everything on, and I went to the pump and I put it around the end where the connection is, and I got no juice from the circuit tester. And it's just a little basic $7.99 circuit tester. So I came up here and I checked all these wires with the circuit tester, and they were all live until I checked this one right here, because this actually goes to the pump. So this one was not live, so the power to the pump was not live, therefore the pump wasn't getting electricity. So the motor might not have been bad, the switch relay might have been bad. So with the circuit tester, not with my fingers, because you don't want to get electric shock, so with the circuit tester I pushed in the switch relay, and as soon as I pushed in the switch relay, bam, the pump went on.